So I ran across a meme that said too many men are in relationships with women that aren't their missing rib and wondering why they can't breathe. And I thought I'd bring up the situation of sweeping red flags under the rug and just looking out for characteristics that you know are important to have longevity in a relationship. So after a certain amount of experiences or a certain age, you know if you are really dating with a purpose. And when I say dating with a purpose, I mean dating to look for all those signs that you know you can't sweep this under the rug. You know this is going to resurface its ugly little head somewhere along the line in the relationship, and it's going to end up breaking you up. If you don't deal with it now, it's going to come back up again later, and it's going to end up breaking you up. So we're at a place, we should all be at a place in life where when you're dating and getting to know somebody, you pay attention to everything they do, everything they say, how they carry themselves, how they handle situations, all of that, because all of this right now is going to give you a nice insight of what it's going to be like down the line throughout the relationship. And you have to make sure that these characteristics are things that are conducive with having longevity in a relationship. They listen. They're teachable when they're dealing with a brand new person, because some people go in relationships and they just swear you up and down like they handle it like this with everybody else and it worked, and it's going to work with you, a totally new person. You got to make sure people are compassionate, aren't sneaky, aren't lying about little things, because imagine if something big comes up and they feel like they got to lie about little things. Of course they're going to lie about the big things. If they're honest, if they cheat, they're not loyal, they're sneaky. You're looking for all of this. You're looking for financial habits. If they're always behind on bills, it shows irresponsibility. If they're always complaining or depressed, like you're looking for these mental signs too of who you're dealing with. If they're too clingy and they make you their whole world and they have nothing else going on in life, that's going to be a problem. Also, like, you need to look for all of these signs, and you need to be real cutthroat when you see certain things that are not going to line up with having a long lasting relationship. You need to address it right then and there. And if you can't come to a conclusion on it, you guys can't really move forward. If you can't come to the conclusion on what this person is doing, why they're doing it, have them understand how it's not going to work with longevity in a relationship, you got to have them understand that in order for you to get past that. So if you can't identify you have a problem and you're denying it, you're not taking responsibility for it, it'll never get addressed, it'll never get rectified, it'll never get fixed. So it's like, how can we move forward when we still have these obstacles that need to be dealt with? So you have to make sure you're with somebody who's open-minded enough and will analyze themselves enough to be like, okay, that makes sense. Like, okay, I understand what you're saying. I can see how that is a bad trait or a bad character for me to have. And I'll work on that, even if not for this relationship. It'll make me a better person in general, or it'll make me a better person for somebody else in a relationship if this doesn't work out. You need to have that kind of person. And you also need to be the kind of person who's really, really cutthroat. If you see something that's not right, and you know it's going to cause problems, whether it be now in the relationship or 6 months or 6 years from now, you need to make sure they're going to fix it or not. And if they don't want to fix it, or if they have a problem with identifying that they actually have a problem, you need to be cutthroat with that person. Or that's going to make the dating scene real hard and strenuous for you, because you're holding on to something too long that you see the signs, you're sweeping them under the rug. Like, don't make it hard on yourself. You really, really need to let people just be who they are, show you who they're going to be. If there's something that you don't like, call them out on it, see how they handle it, see if you can get past it or not. And if you can't, next, bye, cutthroat. I'm looking for something long term, and I see what you're doing. It's not going to help me get long term. It's not going to help us last. It's not going to create a strong bond. It's not healthy for us to move forward when you have this type of attitude or this type of viewpoint on this, or you have this type of character trait. You got to be real cutthroat. If you ever want to be successful, you have to be prepared to be a single as long as it's going to take before you have to end up in a bullcrap relationship that's going to end up coming to an end anyway. Why waste your time? Keep it real with yourself. Like, don't get into a relationship and you know you sweeping the red flags under the rug. You know you're overlooking things and not addressing things and coming to a conclusion on things. If not dealt with now, it may be the fall of your relationship down the line. Don't be so desperate to be in a relationship with somebody because you're lonely. Don't settle. That's what we call settling. Don't do that. Be patient and be prepared to be alone before you take a bullcrap ass relationship that you're going to have to end up alone again because you have to break up with this person because of that. So be cutthroat in dating. Be cutthroat in getting to know someone. Don't be an enabler. And when I say don't be an enabler, when you see people have messed up characteristics about themselves that is going to make you leave them alone, tell them, let them know, because other people may have been allowing this bullcrap. So it's going to take you to call them out on it and let them know, this is why I'm leaving you. This is why I'm about to dump you. This is why I'm about to stop talking to you. This is why I'm about to stop dating you. This is why I'm about to cut you off because of this characteristic, and it's not conducive of a long-lasting relationship. So are you going to work on it or no? No? Okay. Well, I just let you know what your problem is and why I'm letting you go. Stop being an enabler. Stop just dumping people and not letting them know why you're dumping them. At least tell them, like, I'm dumping you because of this. Give them an opportunity to fix it. If they don't, I'll let you know what's wrong with you. And yeah, that's it. Let's just be cutthroat in the dating and don't settle. Be prepared to be single as long as you possibly can. And it's okay to be single if you have a complete life. If you're complete in life. If you have everything else in life going well, you have friends, you have hobbies, you have work, you have family, you have a social life, you have, businesses you're working on, or you have the gym you're going to. You have to have other things in life going on for yourself, not to be feeling lonely. And you're able to take the time that however long that it may be, to be single before somebody comes in and messes up your life and everything you have going on. If it's going so well, you're gonna choose a partner that's going to coincide with that. Like, you're not gonna have somebody coming in your life disrupting it when everything else in life is going well and is in working order, and then you got this person who's disturbing life and stressing you out, and life is worse than what it was when you were single. Now that you got this person in your life, which is so not the purpose of getting into a relationship, because you don't want to be with somebody that's going to make life in a relationship worse than it was when you were single. They can't disturb your peace. But yeah, leave your comments down below. I'll talk to y'all later. Love some.